Hi Cancer Sun and Rising. Welcome to a video on the transit of Jupiter in the sign of Aries, which is occurring in 2022 and 2023. It's Raina here. And for you, this is in one of the angular houses, the 10th house of career. You rule the 4th house, the opposite house of home and family. And so this polarity that you're always playing off of is where the action is as far as Jupiter is concerned. The other angular houses are the 1st house of the self and the 7th house of committed partnerships. And these are considered the important areas of life, the most important, you could say. But I don't know, there's other things in life besides these things. But anyway, Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, and so it stands to reason that when Jupiter is transiting your 10th house of career, you can expect to have your career expanded in some way. Now, what could this possibly mean? This might mean that you have more opportunities. Maybe you get a promotion. Maybe you get more recognition, that you've been toiling in obscurity and suddenly whatever it is that you do is something that a lot of people know about. Now, usually I think of people in show business because the 10th house can be fame, but in any field there are rock stars of their own right, I guess. You know, if you're a college professor and you get to be the I don't know, what do they call that? The head chair, or I don't know, you get your tenure at the university. Maybe that's your big recognition. But in any case, this is a place where success can find you. And with Jupiter, there's also the element of luck. So it can be a situation where you're in the right place at the right time. I also think that whatever it is that you are doing, it could be expanded in different directions. So maybe having more opportunities. Because when you think about it, no matter what it is that you do, even if you're successful, it's always better when you have multiple options. So you're not putting all your eggs into one basket. The 10th house can be people in positions of authority. So these people can be lucky for you. They like you, maybe. They want to help you. They open doors for you. And in a similar vein, in terms of success, the 10th house is your status in the world. And this could take on an enhanced level, if you want to call it that. And because Jupiter rules the 9th house of that's, is connected to the sign of Sagittarius, this is the area of long distance travel. This is just one aspect of the 9th house, but it could be that your career allows you to travel. And what travel means, at least to me, is the idea of freedom, because you're not chained to a desk, in other words. So you may have the ability to kind of do your own thing, have move freely, feel that sense of expansion as it pertains to geographical expansion, not have an authority figure like bearing down on you and micromanaging you. Before I continue, I want to give a shout out to cafeastrology.com, where I have been taking some of the things that they say and putting it into my own words. I really love this site. I use it for my ephemeris. I don't know the plural, ephemeris. So, now this was very strange. I don't know. I confess, I don't know where this is coming from. But they said that you could get married with this transit in the 10th house. I have no idea because from what I understand, Jupiter has nothing to do with marriage. And the 10th house, I don't know, maybe it's titles, including a marriage title. I don't know. But it's interesting that in the Tarot, the 10 of Cups connects with marriage. So maybe the numerology of it, I don't know. That's grasping for straws, but anyway, this is a good time when you are dealing with career matters to be completely above board, because Jupiter is about ethics. You want to be completely ethical in your dealings with others as you climb that ladder of success. And you will see it come back to you in kind. And this is also a time when I was, I don't know if I used the word limelight, but they mentioned that word, and, that you could be more in the limelight, which I did. I think I said like fame. But this is one of those times when you have this Jupiter transit that you don't want to be hiding yourself at home, when you want to be kind of putting yourself out there. And whether that means that you are accepting your accolades, I don't mean to keep talking about the tarot, but I think of the Six of Wands, this idea of accepting these this recognition or these kudos from others, but just even there's like a phrase like showing up or something, or there's like some kind of a phrase, showing up for things. It's like you're able to stand behind what you do and feel good about it. And believe it or not, it can be very scary. I'm not talking about people who are introverts who don't like any attention placed on them. I'm talking about in general, this idea of being successful. If you have experienced a lot of disappointment in your life and you've been working very hard on something and finally it's gelling and people are perceiving how good you are, it can be tempting to think that you're going to just be like on board with that and everything is going to be awesome. But in fact, a lot of times it can feel frightening. And this is in part because it is something that is new, is different. But also, I think, because I experienced a very minor version of this several years ago. And one of the things that I realized after that experience is that we do tend to have certain stories that we have told to ourselves about our lives. And even if we don't like certain aspects of the things that we're telling to ourselves, they still feel very, very true for us. And when something happens to kind of challenge that, it can feel threatening because it kind of blows everything that we said out of the water and makes it like no longer valid. And you can build an identity as being a lovable loser, as being somebody who always misses the mark. And then what happens when all of a sudden your ship comes in professionally and you start to see the fruits of your labor, or just simply you've stuck around long enough, the continuity finally pays off. It's interesting too, because I was thinking of like the overnight success, and I was thinking about someone how this does happen a lot in the entertainment field, where somebody might be a stage actor for years. They might be a musician for many years, and then suddenly they do something. It could be kind of a fluke where they weren't even planning on doing it, or a stage actor who decides to take a movie role without even thinking about it, just kind of doing it, and it turns out to be a blockbuster movie, and they become an overnight success, even though they had been working in obscurity for years before then. So these kinds of things can be a little bit, take a little bit of time to get a handle on. And I'm not saying that everybody who has this is going to experience this, but I just wanted to say that even on a smaller scale, this can be kind of uncomfortable sometimes if you are attached to playing small, because this is about playing big. This is about playing with the big boys. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to mention here. Well, just you might just have a lot of enjoyment out of your professional activities, because that can be what Jupiter gives people very positive attitudes towards whatever it is, the house that it's transiting in. So that can certainly, the more positive you regard your career, the more likely it's going to manifest in that way in your life. So anyway, I think I'll leave it there, Cancer. I hope that this resonated for you and you enjoyed it. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.